MagicGatheringStrat. It's me, Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, is my one co-host this evening, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody. Dan couldn't make it this week because Sweden doesn't destroy their sense of time and security until this weekend.
Right. Daylight savings time. It's terrible. Why do we still do it?
I now that we're 2 weeks out,
Yeah.
like having an extra hour in the afternoon of sunlight is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
First that weekend, last weekend, oh my god, I was near death the entire time. Like, my son slept like each morning until 9 o'clock, so we didn't get him to bed until almost 11 each night.
Yeah, that sucks.
Everything just so out of whack.
Yeah.
And we can't really fault Dan for not wanting to wake up at like 3:30 to do the show. 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It's too much to ask of any man or woman. Anybody.
No, that's a woman.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Jeez, Sam.
Everybody.
Gonna get us in trouble, and we're only on slide 2. God.
Come on.
All right. Anyway, like usual, Standard Pauper or week's interview, and we'll kind of go over the Pauper Gauntlet. Be a little different without Dan here. I'm going to try to explain what's happening next. So, without further ingenue, this weekend Standard Pauper. SPDC 3207 this past Sunday. 11 players, 11 reported, 3-round Swiss top 4 playoff. Uh-oh. Did anybody play? Yes, they did, but I was too lazy to put it on the slide. So we're going to look at the already pre-done webpage. Yeah.
Brennan, could you share your screen with me?
Nope.
Please?
You have to guess.
That makes things a little more challenging to sync up.
There we go. See, folks, we actually tried to do Google Hangouts because we're getting tired of Skype always screwing up. It half worked. So, yay, we're back to Skype. Congratulations us, right?
Is that my little pop-up saying that the other party can't see me yet, or your little pop-up? It's my pop-up.
It's got to be yours. I don't see anything.
Skype is telling me that we're having a connection problem and that I shouldn't be able to hear or see your screen or anything.
Can you see the screen?
I can see your screen. I've noticed nothing as far as call quality dropping.
Well.
If Skype had a face, I would punch it right in its face. I really would.
Punch it in its jeans. Punch it in its jeans.
That's what I mean.
Alright, what do we have here? Top 4, Sultai Grind by Dr. Chris Baker. Followed up by some UR Prowess. Followed that up with some Jeskai Aggro Prowess. Followed that up with another copy of Dr. Chris Baker's deck from last week. It literally says, copied Dr. Baker from last week. Truth in advertising. So, I guess let's look at this Sultai Grind deck that made top 1 and top 4 and see how it went out. Alright. Eldrazi Sky Spawner, solid card. Elvish Visionary, another solid card. Sultai Emissary, already looking great. Voltros Aven with the exploit flying. Monastery Lore Master. It has Megamorph. When it's turned face up, return target creature, non-land card from graveyard to your hand.
I don't understand why that can just say instant. I guess it gets enchantments too.
Yeah, it gets enchantments and planeswalkers. Not that matters to us, but you know. Yeah. Nantuko Husk. We were just talking about Nantuko Husk. We'll probably talk about it a little more later. Rune Processor. Look at this. 4 copies of Oblivion Strike. That's a solid card.
It works so good. I don't know if you watched the match that went up. Dan and I played in Standard Pauper.
I haven't yet.
I played a version of this deck that Dr. Chris won Sunday with like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, right. Oh, that, yes.
Yeah,
I remember
Oblivion Strike was so good, like so incredibly good. So
yeah, being able to exile is amazing.
Yeah.
Then 4 Pulse of Murasa. 6 life is pretty strong. Don't want to tell you different.
Land card to your hand is amazing too.
Heck yeah. Put both those together, and what do you got? You got the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup of green cards. Treasure Cruise, 4 of those. Treasure Cruise, you will be sorely missed, but you're gone in like 4 weeks.
A lot of this is, I mean...
How much is gone? Yeah,
we'll
do a recap in just a minute. Complete Disregard, 3 of those. Altar's Reap. I would kind of expect more Altar's Reap in here. So much to sack. Then you have a normal land base. Sideboard, 2 Negate, 2 Reeve Soul. That's interesting.
It hits a lot of the format.
Yeah, power 3 or less, I guess so.
A lot of the format, yeah.
Abomination of Gudul. Disdainful Stroke. And then there's a whole bunch of 1-ofs. Sweep Away, Witness the End, which is crazy. 3 and a black, Devoid. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand, loses 2 life. Another Ruin Processor, an Aerial Volley, another Complete Disregard, another Altar's Reap, and Debilitating Injury. Removes hair. Alright, let's see how much is left of this after rotation. Sky Spawner's still in. Visionary's still in. Emissary's gone. Avon's gone. Lore Master's there. Husk is there. Ruin Processor's there. Strike is there. Pulse is there. Treasure Crew's gone. Complete Disregard still there. Altar's Reap. Altar's Reap still there, right?
Yeah, none of that seems really bad, but I think now we're going to get into the really bad part.
Yeah, here it comes. You ready for it? Evolving Wilds, still going to be there. Jungle Hollow, gone. Thornwood Falls, gone. Dismal Backwater, gone.
That's 11 very important cards.
Yeah.
If you can place the Emissary, you can play more like Altar's Reap or something.
Sure.
Or card draw. But you can't play a 3-color deck with what we're getting in Shadows.
No, they Wizards, for whatever reason, has decided to hate common level mana fixing. I don't know why.
I think they just want to make sure that their limited format moving forward is going to be 2 colors or 1 color. And they didn't want to do the level that we've had in the past, which is, super disappointing for us.
Right. But they do not think for 1 second about Standard Pauper. Let's make that abundantly clear.
But they do sometimes think about Pauper and having...
Right, but they already have those lands. There is now no need to ever make new ones. They have exactly what they want. Maybe if they come out with Return to Alara, they'll bring common level mana fixing again. Probably not till then, though. Alright, well... let's take a look at MPDC 3207. Today, 21st of March, Standard Pauper, 11 players, only 6 reported. It's going to look a little janky, but we'll make it through, I promise. I should have asked Gwynedd to see if he could put these up, but here it is.
It doesn't look like it's been updated yet.
No, it hasn't. Even if I hit refresh.
Yeah.
Bump, bump, bump. Still not updated. But let's take a look at the deck we haven't looked at. Rug Flyers. That's weird. Rug Flyers. Let's take a look at it. Eldrazi, Sky Spawner. We've already seen that. Visionary. Already seen that. Jorl Isle Avenger. Look at that.
We're going to be seeing a lot of this card, I feel.
Yeah, Surge. I think so.
I mean, it's a Windrake, or Wing Drake or whatever. One of your favorite cards, the 2/2 flyer for 3.
All right, but this is a 3/3 flyer for 3.
So that seems like that's something that Brennan would like to play.
Oh, I love playing cards like this. Windrake is one of my all-time favorite common cards. It's so perfectly average. I love it. Palace Familiar. A 1/1 flyer for 2, but if it dies, you draw a card. 4 Pilgrim's Eye. Wow. Pilgrim's Eye. Huh.
When you absolutely positively have to fix your mana, I guess.
Maybe? I'm not sure about this one. There's got to be better flyers for 3.
It flies and you can cast it with any combination of mana. I mean, there is that.
That's true.
And he is playing something that can pump it, quote unquote, here in a few cards.
Alright, well, let's look at this. Separatist Void Mage. That's pretty good, though. You can bounce on one of theirs.
Yeah, I like. I remember when Manowar was a card, and
heck yeah.
It makes me cry that that effect costs 4 now. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I hear you. Collateral Damage, which is leaving the format. Strider Harness. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. And haste.
Yeah, that's your combo with Pilgrim's Eye.
Wow. It's a hell of a combo for a 2/2 flyer with haste. Alright, you have Arc Lightning, which I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen more of. That's a really powerful card. Pulse of Marasa, we already talked about that. Treasure Cruise. Then you have the land base. Sideboard. Negate. Pulse. Ethereal Ambush. When's the last time you saw Ethereal Ambush?
I have never seen Ethereal Ambush.
Manifest the top 2 cards of your library. Instant. Boom. For 5 mana. 3 green, blue. Wow.
Yeah, WoW is correct. I think that's the appropriate reaction.
Alright. Boiling Earth. Has Awaken. Cunning Strike. Sha. Deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. And, in case you've forgotten, draw a card. There's a lot of big mana spells in this deck.
Yeah, I had Cunning Strike picked out to be a card that could see some play, and I was wrong.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Not play it.
Yep. Disdainful Stroke, more Treasure Cruise, and Dispel. Well, that's an interesting deck, if nothing else. I don't know about Pilgrim's Eye. Hold on, I gotta look up. What would I put in its place? I'll put it in its place. Hold on. Common? What?
My thing is...
Yeah.
How often can this deck actually surge the Avenger out?
Heck yeah. Look, there's not much.
Never.
There's nothing cheap.
No. It's not designed to take advantage of surge. And I don't think it's that good of a card at its full casting cost.
I sure as heck. Here, I'm going to say CMC equal to or greater than 3. And then flying. Common. Rarity. Common. Search. What do we got? Wow, maybe I should have narrowed that down to standard.
Yeah, you should do by standard or you're going to get it.
Yeah, I got a billion things. You found 384. What? Oh. Alright. Let's hit search on this bad boy. Come on.
43?
Oh, damn it. I should have said creatures. Wow, I suck
No
at
more
this.
creature. Because it's an e-spell, So you'd be looking for like one casting cost instance, you know.
It's true.
You'd want to drop something on turn 4 that lets you play it out on turn 4.
Right.
So there's very little. I mean, I think we've already... No, it's not filtered. If you go up to the top, you can select to filter it.
Yeah, hold on.
Output order, display, by converted mana cost on the additional sort there, sorry. Because right now it's just by collector's number.
Oh, converted mana cost.
And then just hit add.
Right. Oh, but it's not.
You can find search, it takes you back to the big search option. Okay, so here we go. So poop sandwiches so far.
Yeah, Fairy Miscreant's the closest thing to being remotely playable.
There's all the ones that you would want.
I'd rather have this, but I guess it's white, and they were doing bug. Mist Intruder, there you go. Look at that right there. Boom, Mist Intruder.
That's turn 5. I guess it's 2 creatures on turn 5.
Which one?
If you play a Mist Intruder,
yeah,
you get the Surge, and you can Surge the Avenger out on the turn you can normally cast it.
But you get 2.
Less familiar.
For some reason. Yeah, the closest, I mean, for one, you have Fairy Miscreant. That's it. That's it. There's no other choice. Which is fine, actually. It's a 1/1 flyer for 1, and you're paying 3. And you could possibly draw a card if you got another one out.
Yeah, so turn 1, you don't play anything because nothing's worth playing. Turn 2, you play your first Fairy Miscreant. Turn 3, you play nothing. And then turn 4, you play your second Fairy Miscreant, and you finally get to play your Avenger for 3. That feels like a tremendous amount of setup.
I think there's a flaw in the system.
For a 3/3 flyer.
That's not worth it. We need Windrake back. You know what we need? We need Stitch Drake. That was some hot stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting anything like that.
Well, I haven't
Shadow,
done a lot of comments, though.
That way, does it? I'm really disappointed that they've taken away a lot of what made Innistrad unique.
Yeah. I've been talking back and forth with Stitcher Gerolf on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a Magic account or if that's just some dude doing it, because there's Stitcher Gerolf, Liliana, and Glissa, Stitcher's sister. And they're all out there on Twitter talking about, basically doing promo work for Shadows over Innistrad. And the Stitcher guy's pretty good about staying in character, whoever this person is.
It's probably Sam Stoddard.
Sam?
And he probably gets winded typing on the Twitter account.
Dude, come on now.
Sorry. Come on.
Come on, Scro.
I worry about his health. I'm sorry. He's a big dude.
He is. And I hear you.
When I look at it over, okay, I'm looking at... we can wait. Let's get past Standard Pauper.
Okay. Here we go. Alright, well that was Standard Pauper.
Yay. Dan and I are playing a match of Standard Pauper tomorrow morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he couldn't make it. I mean, it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm going to do it tomorrow. Will be like 2 o'clock his time and 8 o'clock mine. So.
Congratulations.
That'll be okay. I'm fine with it. My news, I started my part-time job this last week.
Yeah?
3rd shift nights at a gas station.
Dude, I hope you're wearing a bulletproof vest.
There's been, in my little city, there's been 3 retail robberies in the last 5 years.
That's it?
Yeah, we have the only crime that really happens where I live is a lot of like car stereo crime and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And some crime on campus. But I mean, we have a pretty decent little town as far as crime goes, so I'm not all that worried about it. Um, uh, I don't know. Um, I didn't mind it. I finally got my first solo shift Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
and I pretty much had everything I needed to get done with like 4 hours left of my shift, so I kind of just sit around the rest of the night. So, but I wanted to do something I hadn't ever done before, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So, other than that, spoilers, of course, are rolling out. Over the last few days, we haven't got any commons,
No.
which super, always frustrates me to no end. When they hit the point where they're like, well, we've shown all of the mechanics, so now we can just concentrate on rares and stuff.
I know.
The last common we got was Jace's Scrutiny, which is the Shrink a Creature instant variant with Investigate attached.
Yeah, it's a 2-mana -4/-0.
Until end of turn.
Investigate, yeah.
Investigate. I don't understand because they were making those into enchantments, which are, marginally better, a little bit better, right?
Yes.
They should have done that, but it's still not going to see any play outside of maybe limited. So, I don't know. I think they kind of blew their wad, so to speak, on the early spoilers, because the recent spoilers have just descended into kind of mediocrity to me. I'm not impressed by the rare land cycle.
Yeah, that was... I understand that any potential duel that has even the slightest possibility of coming in untapped, they're going to make it rare. Like, they don't see that as even an option, which is kind of weird. But this is a lot to go through. Late game, these are all going to come into play tapped. I don't know. Doesn't seem... It only seems good early game, and if you're going to do that, especially in Modern, you already have your duels. You have those Mirrodin duels. So, anyway.
Yeah, the Mirrodin duels, they were the match lands, right? There, you had to have a swamp or an island. A mountain.
Those were if you had 2 or fewer lands.
Okay, yeah, those. I think they ended up calling those the fast lands.
Fast land? Okay.
Yeah, there's all
Sure.
sorts of. But these ones are closest to the Morrowind block lands.
Yeah, here, I'll bring it over so we can see. Here we go. Yeah, as this land enters the battlefield, you may reveal a blank or blank card, like a basic land of 2 certain types, from your hand. If you don't, this card enters the battlefield tapped. So they have all the allied colors.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get the enemy colors next block or next set. I doubt it.
Because I thought they were going to get those in like what was it called? Not the second part of Battle for Zendikar. Because Battle for Zendikar had the allied colors, but there was no corresponding
enemy colors.
Yeah, enemy colors.
I think Sam Stoddard, like, right after they announced the new rotation schedule.
Yeah.
He did an interview where he's like, we're not going to really concentrate on doing full land cycles anymore. And you got to figure that's a design space choice because they don't have as many rare slots anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
So they probably don't want to use 10 lands every time they do 10 rare slots every time they do a new block on lands. They would rather do 5, get it decent for draft, do 5 uncommons. That's kind of understandable because they have less design space to get the point across.
Right.
So, I missed the Trisk of Triskaphobia.
Yeah, that's weird. Hold on, I gotta look up what triskaphobia means.
It's fear of the number 13.
Oh, huh, that's funny.
Yeah, I just happen to know that. That's why
Hilarious.
people are afraid of Friday the 13th and stuff, because they have triskaphobia.
Funny.
So, that's a very strange enchantment.
Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Each player with exactly 13 life loses the game, then each player gains 1 life. And the other one says, each player with exactly 13 life loses the game, then each player loses 1 life.
I see a saffron olive against all odds in the future.
I am totally voting for this.
Oh my god, that's bonkers. Wow. Imagine ripping like 2 of those at the pre-release.
I'd just give up.
I do like the Throbbing Gargoyle right beside it, though.
Did you say Throbbin?
Raven?
Thraven.
Whatever.
Throbbin has a totally different meaning.
I've been watching a lot of Saffron Olive videos.
You are forgiven. I completely understand.
Pronunciation is not entirely important.
No.
I like the Stonewing Antagonizer. That art is pretty good.
Hold on a second. I want to read this. What's it say? Rune chanters engrave their strongest wards on those that protect the church. Now here he twisted them in shape and bent them to her will. Dun dun dun.
That could have easily been a common. I mean, come on.
Takes 6 mana? Yeah.
Yeah.
That could have been a common.
I don't like what they did with the Traft. I don't understand why they didn't put hexproof on that.
Who knows? It's so you can enchant your Geist of Saint Traft with Invocation of Saint Traft, so you can have a hexproof thing that gives 2 angels and win on turn 4.
It also doesn't give first strike.
Nope.
It doesn't do any of the stuff that actually makes Saint Traft a decent little dude. Besides give the 4/4 angel.
Well, Saint Traft is broken.
Saint Traft was awesome.
I mean,
if you ever play Cube and get a chance to pick him...
Oh, you should.
He is crazy good in any format like that. I like Sin Prodder.
Sin Prodder's cool.
Yeah. People in the Magic group I'm part of on Facebook they've decided they're going to call him Rob, or for Red Bob.
Red Bob. Rob.
Red Bob.
It's not bad.
No, I think it's pretty decent. 3/2 for 3 in red is good. Menace is good.
Yep.
But it feels like they're tacking stuff on, like the black enchantment there that lets you discard a card to make a 1/1 vampire with lifelink.
Yeah.
It's just like a pointless discard outlet. It really feels like, and you can only do it once a turn.
Yeah, that once a turn is what kills me.
Yeah, it just makes it like significantly less useful. I don't know. I mean, I didn't care for the design of Oath of the Gatewatch very much, and I'm not entirely digging this. I mean, of course, we've only seen half of it,
Right.
and then the other half could be good.
The thing I like is that they're going super tribal. Vampire tribal could use a boost, and they're making human tribal. Man, they're getting a lot of human tokens and human things in this, which is pretty good. Let's see what else. Zombie. We haven't seen too many things to get, like lords and whatnot, but
yeah,
zombie coming out.
There's like a modern zombie lure that's supposed to be really bad. That people are probably going to start buying up, but go to the 16th.
16th.
The 16th was the last day we got commons.
Ah, yeah, the twins.
Yeah, the first 3 there, or the third, second,
Mentor.
third, and fourth cards.
Right.
The Mentor is not bad.
Nope, especially if you could madness out the twins on turn 4 and then play him on turn 5, and then you have a 4/6. Oh, that's pretty good.
Madness twins out on turn 3. Get him on turn 4. You got a 4/6 and a 4/2 for turn 5. That's not horrible. I mean, that's pretty decently curved, right?
Yeah, but you can't Madness on turn 3 unless there's some 0 costs.
Like discard outlets?
Well, I mean, like 0. Oh, Madness. Never mind. Well, I'm thinking of Surge. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no. Madness is you pay the Madness cost.
Right,
It's almost
right.
used.
What common Madness enablers have we seen? Any?
Well, Wild Mongrel, of course.
Wild Mongrel, yes. In Pauper,
Right.
but not in Standard Pauper.
Anything? Macabre Waltz. That is super situational, though. Let's
Yes.
see. Looking. Nope.
Yep, I haven't seen any common.
Nope. That doesn't mean that they're not going to print any at common, because again, they've spoiled so very few of the commons so far.
Right.
But there isn't anything in Zendikar block or Battle for Zendikar block that enables it at this point. So.
Right, and spending a card to do it seems a total waste.
Yeah. You got to figure we're probably going to get at least like Foul Limp or something equivalent.
I think there needs to be one in each, at least one in each Madness color. So at least black and
Red.
Black and red, yeah.
Yeah, Madness is strictly black-red this time. No green. No.
Boo.
Oh, no, there's blue. There's
Blue.
the blue. There's Spark.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I still love my picture I did for ongoing investigation.
Yeah, it's a dead squirrel.
Exactly. I mean, look at this. For everybody, I'm gonna zoom in here. Look at how intent they are. Look at that. And I was like, oh my god, it's a dead squirrel. And that girl's like, yep, it's totes dead. And that dude's all, that's a clue. This is stupid.
It's a cool effect.
Oh, it's pretty cool. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage, investigate. And then for a 1 and a green, it's a blue enchantment. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, investigate, and you gain 2 life. That's not bad.
When they revealed that, I was like, okay, if we do get a dual land cycle at rare, it's going to be enemy colors. And then it wasn't.
Yeah, that's weird.
The uncommon cycle is enemy colors. That's really strange to me.
No, it's because they made the new uncommon cycle with buddy colors recently.
Yeah, they want to be able to have the uncommon cycles that they can just reprint no matter what.
Yeah, because the current uncommons are too Zendikar specific or too Snowlandy.
Yeah, and that's why, like, the old uncommon cycle for allied colors were very old school Ice Age flavored. So, and then the last common on the 16th, outside Macabre Waltz, which is just a reprint that's been reprinted recently. All.
Yeah, I don't see it, but it's there. I know. It's because they redid the art to it.
Yeah, it's on the next day, I think. Yeah, it's on the 15th.
There it is.
Yeah.
Liliana's dancing.
Because Verthos Mike spoiled it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's probably not going to really see any playing. He's like, well, you'd be surprised. And I'm like, well, I'm a Pauper and Standard Pauper player, and it's available in both formats and has been for quite some time, and it sees 0 play.
Right.
He didn't respond after that, so I think I might have made him angry. So, but
no, that's a decent Madness enabler, though.
Yeah, but you have to have
Yeah, you have to have two
one
creatures.
creature card in your
Yes,
graveyard.
yes, I know. I'm
And
just saying, at least you get something for it.
that's true. And then go back up to the 16th, because there's no more comments besides the other one on the 16th, which is Merciless Resolve,
Yeah.
which is Soren showing off his pecs.
Yep, his ruby encrusted pecs.
I like it. I mean, I'm glad they kept it as an instant. It's a Alter's Reap variant that lets you sack a land or a creature for 2 and a black.
Yeah, I think that's super relevant more for late game.
I think it plays well with like a card like Pulse of Marasma. So because you can pulse back at anything you happen to have, put it into play, Merciless Resolve, get a couple cards, some more. So I think it's a nice interaction, and it looks like black-green is probably going to be something that we're going to get some more cards supporting, because they wanted to print the stupid Death Cap Cultivator. Going to be something. That guy.
Mushroom dude.
It just feels stupid that it's a rare. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't like this printing utility cards at rare.
Just because you don't want to screw up limited, but even that as like an uncommon, you're only going to see it like once every like 3 drafts or something, and maybe 1 copy. I think they worry about stuff like that too much at this point. Whatever, it's their game. All I can do is complain about it. We did skip Vessel of Vitality.
And we will. Oh yeah, Vessel of Volatility.
I'm sorry, it's garbage. In Classic Pauper, you're just always going to play Manamorphose, Blade of Blood, or whatever the legal one is. And in Standard Pauper, do you really want to spend 4 mana to generate 4 mana?
No.
It just doesn't feel like it's a card that has a home. And I guess, again, we haven't seen the whole set, blah, 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 blah. But it seems weird. But that's it. I mean, we'll do probably, when we do the spoiler show, whenever we get the full spoiler, which isn't next week, the week after? I can't remember.
No, it's this Friday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Next Monday is the spoiler show?
I think so. Hold on.
Dan's coming back to a good show.
No. It's the Monday after. The spoiler is the 1st. April Fool's Day.
So the 4th.
Yeah.
So prepared to talk for 6.5 hours on the 4th. We'll probably glaze over the cards that we've already done, though. But hopefully we'll get a lot of good stuff. And that kind of brings me to the other thing I want to talk about before we move on.
Yeah.
Reprints of, let's say, like Elvish Visionary level, right? That aren't themed to any set, or they're kind of made to be generic cards. And then cards that have been reprinted in core sets like Nantuko Husk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really concerned that we're not going to see them anymore. And Wizards has already kind of said that they're not interested in doing like forced reprints or functional reprints. And I'm just really kind of concerned that we're going to end up with like basically an unplayable Standard Pauper because they're not concerned about making commons for anything but limited.
Yeah. Or it'll just be super boring.
I mean, we've went through boring, though. Return to Ravnica, right?
Yeah.
Ravnica was a mess. I mean, at the end of the day, it was basically one playable deck and a lot of decks trying, right?
Demir Mill. That's all there was, all the time.
Here, go into Triskaphobia. Just click on it and, like, zoom in on the art.
Okay, hold on. Oh, actually, I have the art on another page. Hold on, someone.
Okay.
Orthos might just posted it. Or at least a bigger picture. Hold on. Stitcher Geroff, actually. There we go.
Okay, so apparently the number 13 is represented over and over and over again in it.
Yeah, like 13 logs, 13 broken pieces, 13 blood drips, 13 forks and knives and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
hold on. Let's see the
cool.
rivets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dun,
Yep.
dun, dun. Yep.
That's awesome.
He's gone insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 stones in the ark around the fireplace.
That's really cool. I like when wizards, or if the artist took the initiative to do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's incredibly flavorful.
I'm glad they brought 13 back. Just like Tragic Slip, which is tragically not here because we don't have Morbid.
Yeah, no Morbid. Morbid is a... You just gotta feel like we're never gonna see Morbid again.
Probably not.
It's not really themed for anything but Innistrad. So we could see Flashback again.
We could.
Yeah, but we're probably not going to see something named Morbid in another set ever.
Right.
Which is super disappointing because it was really interesting. Really, really interesting. So, but yeah, that's just kind of my concern. Like, we're not going to really ever get the cogs of Standard Pauper again. We're going to get themed stuff that fits into the mechanics of a format.
Right.
In probably the vaguest, most generic way possible. And that's not going to be all that fun. It's not going to really influence Classic Pauper very much. And I'm a little afraid of that. I just don't think that's all that great. They don't care.
No, they don't really. But what can you do? Nothing.
Play the game. Switch to Hearthstone. Ha ha ha.
No, you won't switch to Hearthstone.
That game is garbage.
Yes. Well, speaking of reprints, well, here, let's go back to here. Dan is asleep in Sweden. Shh, Dan. Don't wake him up.
Wake up, Dan.
No, shh. Don't wake him up.
He's literally on the other side of the planet.
He is. All right. Oh, wait, I didn't change this. Anyway. Speaking of reprints, I feel, speculating 100%, I have no knowledge, Eternal Masters coming out. Reprints are going to happen. This is probably going to be our only chance for things to be downgraded to common.
Ever again.
Yep.
These like support format sets from now on.
Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be our best and only chance to have things downgraded. You won't have new stuff. Possibly in Conspiracy, you'll have new things printed, but that is...
If you remember, only one Conspiracy common made it online.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, so you have this new set, and every time they do a set like this, like a Modern Masters or something to that effect, even when they did Vintage Masters online, there are some things you're always going to need. Red's going to need a burn spell, and black's going to need a kill spell. So I have full speculation that the red burn spell will be Chain Lightning.
I think it's going to be. I think I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. Let me tell you how strongly I feel about it. All of my paper Chain Lightnings I have sold. That's right, $15 a pop. I sold all of them. I no longer possess any Chain Lightnings. All mine were Legends. and sold them all for the 100% speculation they're going to reprint. Because why wouldn't they? I mean, like I said, every set, red needs a burn spell, black needs a kill spell. And the kill spell that I'm thinking of, what black common in paper is totes out of price control? That would be Chainer's Edict.
Oh, I want Oubliette.
Oubliette, that's kind of removal, but it's removal.
It's really white flavored too.
It is. Yeah. They might print Oubliette, but I don't think that would be. That's not going to be the only removal in the set. I think it's gonna be Chainer's Edict, and because right now Chainer's Edicts are like $16 a piece. Here.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up.
So they went up since the last time you were like, look at these things.
Yes, they've gone up even further. Hold on. Magic.tcg player. Let me pull up Chainer's Edict. Chainer's Edict. Oh, they've come down. That's good. But they were nuts. Here. I'll bring it over. So embiggen it. So you have Chainer's Edict, Torment. It's like it was $15 last week. See how it still has a high of 18. Someone hasn't changed their prices, but yeah, it was here. You can see the. Look at that. Look at that spike last week.
I call that the professor effect.
Yeah, something. But yeah, even still, $6 for an uncommon. That's pretty rough. Oh, look at heavily damaged. Hold on, let's get some. Nobody wants that crap. Let's get near mint and light played. So they're all like $6. These, I'm pretty sure they will, but I'm not putting my money where my mouth is on this one because I have 17 Chainer's Edicts. I
got like 8.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago for like $1 each.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did.
I feel really good about that. That's crazy. That's like a tremendous jump.
It is. It's insane, and you can see it. You can see when it happened. Because look, it was always down here. Look, well, right here it was $4 back in February. It's been pretty high this year, but let's go to November. Look, it's $1. In November, it was $1.
I think I got mine in January.
Yeah, I got mine over the summer, and I traded for most of them. Usually around 89 cents is what I was averaging. Yeah, right about here. But yeah, I got all mine then. Traded mostly, bought 3 from the vaults. Traded for 1 from the vault. I purchased 3, but look at the from the vault, $10. I paid no more than $1.50. Now look at this.
See, this could definitely be a card that they reprint. The thing about it is like when you stop and think about it, this set was probably designed like what, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Probably a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have time to they don't take this stuff into account, what they're going to reprint. They're going to go off of like maybe what they see as cards in demand for cubes and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe it's too strong for their whatever limited's going to look like.
And that's also why I haven't sold all mine.
But Chain Lightning,
I feel real strong. And again, if I'm wrong, I will totally kick myself in the butt because
how much are those going for?
Chain Lightnings?
Yeah.
I don't know. I sold mine for $15. Actually, $14.
Total or each?
Each.
Yeah,
14.50, 13.40. So yeah,
How much are the fire and lightning decks going for?
Like by themselves? Last time I saw was 120.
Online, they're like $2. All
Yeah.
those premium deck series I wish I was playing when those were around because they're hard to find and they're all worth $1 million.
I bought a Fire and Lightning for $20 and sold it for like 25. I was stupid. I should have just kept it.
I mean, even the Slivers one that has nothing in it.
It has like Sliver or Legion or something in it, though.
Yeah, but it has my favorite foil lands. It's still ridiculously expensive.
It is.
Yeah. I just want those lands. I love those lands. Tempest art style foil lands. They're beautiful.
I have 34 of the forests.
I love those forests. They're such amazing forests. All that art, all that jagged, like...
Yeah, the sky is all jacked up, like acid trippy.
What you'd want Phyrexia's art to be, but they showed no restraint in Phyrexia's art. So,
yeah. So that's it. Oh, I have one other thing that happened this week. It was pretty cool. There was Cameron once again took one of my decks. I don't know why I call it mine anymore. She plays it more than I do at this point. But there was a little impromptu magic happening at her high school. So she asked if she could take goblins again. And she did. And she, she sits down after a couple of matches and plays this one dude. And she starts playing out some goblins. And he goes, "Oh, you're that kind of player." And from what I understand from what her friends told me, she looks up at him and goes, "Yeah, we're called winners." And then promptly whooped his ass. So that was a proud moment.
I automatically, without even thinking, I raised my hand to high five her.
Good.
It was just it's the response that I had.
Yeah, we're called winners. Hell yeah.
That's perfect. Oh, that's a proud day for any dad.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Oh.
So that was good stuff right there. I'll tell you what.
Maybe he's just new.
What's that?
He's new. Playing goblins isn't that big of a deal anymore. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, you're one of those players. Yeah, we're called winners.
Excellent.
Love it. Feel so proud.
So proud.
All right. Let's talk about the Pauper Gauntlet. Well, Round 7 is wrapping up.
Wrapped up.
Spoilers. 9 decks made it to round 8. That means that 9 decks now have to play I don't know how many matches to find the one winner so that there is a clear top 10 playoff. Let me break.
Last year, there was 7 that made it in, and Dan was playing for the last 3 slots or something like that.
Yeah.
And it still took 2 weeks and like an additional 80 games or something.
It's insane because he has to play until all of these 9 are defeated except 1. But then he has to, okay, let's say he plays 9, okay, there's 9 decks left. If he plays 8 decks and loses every single one of those matches and gets to that last deck, he still has to play it. And if he loses that match, it starts over again. So this could go on for an incredibly long time. Do you have a list of... Do you have a list of who all is in the 9 playoff? I have a list of who's made it to the top 9.
I don't have a list. He hasn't sent me his updated thingy recently.
Okay. Well, Do you have a list of who was in the 7? Who's in round 7?
I can look. All I can see is what's on the tubes of you.
Okay.
I do know just the decks that won today were Big Trinket won, Bant Sword and Shield won, and I'm trying to bring up the tube real quick.
Yeah. Here, I'll bring them all up. Here, I'll bring up the winners so that we can.
But not the losers.
Oh, forget
Blue Queen Madness lost. Had that one, that would have been deck 10.
Okay, hold on. Save. We'll go through them in alphabetical order because I made beautiful graphics for all of them.
Round 7 was rough.
Yeah, it was a rough round. 50% win rate kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, somebody, Galactic President, pointed out round 7 last season was the round of death.
Really?
So, yeah, like it was the grind out round. So,
well, okay, here we go. Hold on. All right.
oh, you've been working on the slides. Excellent.
I have. So there's this Aristocrats has made it in.
A deck that's severely impressed me.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
I ended up buying it in paper.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Was it fairly inexpensive?
No, it was crazy expensive. It was stupid. I don't even know why. Brindle Shoat was like $3 each.
Because it's limited printing, like
Yes.
in one set.
One set, Plane Chase.
Oh, yeah, and anything in Plane Chase is going to be super expensive because it had even less printing than like an older set.
Right.
That's dumb.
Uh-huh. So we also have Bant, Sword, and Shield. Pretty good.
Which is like the only good Bant deck that's ever been submitted to the Gauntlet.
Yes, the one. All right. Also, Bugs and Pigs.
Bugs and Pigs.
Yep. I know this is not the right art, but I didn't want to use the same pig art for the 2 pig decks.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that art from?
This is the boars from Legends. They're 4/4s for 5.
Oh, that's cool. That's good art.
Yeah, it's old school. What do we got? Cyborgs. Cyborgs.
Is that JPS? That's Jake's or Jack's last deck. I think.
It's Jack's deck. Last one that's in.
Yeah, everything else has died.
Poor decks. So dead. So very dead. Alright, what else we got? Mono Black Control. Mwahaha. That's in. Let's see, what else do we have? Oops. Dang it. Nope. Stop it. We're going to make it look good. We're going to open it the same thing every time. Look at that. Pig Trinket.
Big Trinket.
That Brindle Boar turned out to be a pretty decent little card.
Yeah, that's by the one and only Power T.
Yes, it is. Power T, top 10. Well, top 9 right now. Also, Soul Tokens. Soul Tokens made it in.
Yay, better than Soul Sisters.
It really is. It's a good deck. I was upset that Stompy Tokens lost. I was rooting for that one to go all the way.
I was that and the Goblin Storm deck. I love those decks. I was like, there's no way they're gonna make it past round 2, and they did.
See, that
So
Goblin
good.
Storm, I kind of wish Dan was on here because I have issue with when he quit. I don't think he should have quit. I think he could have won game 1.
Oh, I'll have to rewatch it. And
Watch it. The end of game 1, he has like 5 on board. The opponent has a Crusher and I think a Seagate Oracle. But I think he could have potentially made it 2 more rounds, and even if he was blocked, he could have attritioned the guy out. Like just by sending him in every single time because he only had like 4 points to go. Yeah, I really think he bugged out too early.
you want to hear something depressing? Well, I think you're talking. I looked up Brindle Show,
Yeah.
ECG player. There are 4 sellers that even have any. And
Yeah.
one of them has 6 in Japanese. One of them has 4 in Spanish. And they're $2.95 for the Japanese, 3 for the Spanish. And the English ones are $4.23 and $4.49, 2 and 4 of.
Wow.
Crazy. See, it's crazy, and that's not going to get a reprint.
Yeah, why would it?
No, it's not a good card. Except in one deck.
It's good in one deck.
Yeah.
And last, but definitely not least, in the top 9, Spiteful Leeches.
The deck that keeps on ticking.
Who'd have thunk it?
The deck that every time Dan plays goes, oh, I'm terrified I'm going to screw this up.
Yeah.
But more Swedish.
It's like, oh, I'm so nervous.
But
he panics a lot.
He gets a lot more solid with the decks by the time he reaches the top 10 because he has played them quite a few times.
Right.
So that's good.
That's good.
So.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for what's in the top 9. I hope everybody enjoyed my beautiful graphics.
You'll get to see him more often.
Oh, yeah, because this is going to happen every single time.
And he'll do some really fun overlays of like X's and fires and
yeah. When the top 10 start flaming out,
yep,
I usually do something clever. I had the robots attack that one time. That was fun.
That was fun. That was really fun. I do know my Tron deck lost.
Yeah.
Because that second game, it didn't draw a creature in 24 cards.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. Magic is a game of variance. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but some variance is more variancer than others.
Yes.
Sometimes Moto gets on my damn nerves.
If they could just install a shuffle button.
Just let me pretend I'm shuffling.
Everybody would shut up.
It's true. Alright, well, we're at the end. MagicGatheringStrat.com is the place. YouTube/MagicGatheringStrat probably has way more content than you can shake a electronic stick at. Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat helps everything occur. We do this mostly for free, but we do incur expenses. And if you enjoy the content, we would appreciate, little help. We have things we got to cover. Also, don't forget the Redbubble. Those shirts are really cool. My daughter has one she wears. I have one I wear. My wife even likes them. She's not nearly as nerdy as me.
I mean, few people are.
Exactly. So Twitter @MagicGathStrat. If you want to follow me @Cerulean Says Hi. Follow Sam @SPO7677 or Dan @Dan Horning. Facebook.com/MagicGatheringStrat. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends. We'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to find us on iTunes. All right, Sam. Well, for this week, I am Brennon.
I'm Dan and Sam.
He's two people at once. And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.